As I voluntarily respect, help, love, and honor his leadership, I am helping my husband to fulfill his responsibilities, and I am helping him to become the man, the husband, and the leader God intended him to be. Hello everyone, welcome back to Ifechi family. Last week I did a very short video and I said I'm going to do a sit-down video to address one or two things regarding this family. Their names are on my title. I'm not going to be mentioning their names here, but their names are on my title. So if you are following what is going on, you understand who they are. If you're not Nigerian, I'm sure that people still watch them, people who are not Nigerians. And even if you're not Nigerian, what I'm going to say today will help every human being. So you don't have to be a Nigerian to be able to get something from this video today. And this video is only an advisory type of video. It's not a pointing finger type of video because we all make mistakes. The only difference with this family is that they always bring their issues to social media. I did a video about this family a few months ago. I'm going to leave the link on my description. Go and watch that video and see and hear what I said regarding this family's issue when they brought it to social media before. And I thought that's all sorted. And then this came up, and now it's even worse than what we saw before. This time is worse. So the question is, what actually is the root cause of this problem in this family? We may never know. So we can talk as much as we can, react as much as we can, because they chose to bring themselves in social media. But we may never know the root cause of their problem, because I think there's deep-rooted problem in this family. Just like any other family, but these ones, we're talking about them today because they brought themselves out. So the question is, these families, I'm asking you, just dig down and find out what the root cause of your problem is. Is it foundational? What is it? Only you can answer and only you can help yourselves. But today, I'm doing this video to help every one of us because some people have worse situations. Some people can be more vulgar than the day I'm going to talk about now. But nobody knows because we did not hear. But this time around, voice notes were shared and so on and so forth. But before I go into the voice note and the origin, according to Newton's third law of motion, it says that forces always act in equal but opposite pairs. Hence the saying, action breeds reaction. And action and reaction are equal and opposite. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And that is what I saw in this family. Before I even go into the voice notes, I want to speak to the person who shared this voice note. According to the reactor who released it, she said that this person knows the family very well and that the two ladies concerned knows the person as well, and that she wanted the reactor to share it because she's had enough of the problem in this family. She wants it to end once and for all. And my question is, how can bringing this to social media and reading that kind of vulgar words that the other lady who is pregnant used, those kind of words, they were just so chilling. I could not, I just could not listen. I only went to listen to it because the reactors that I watch were uploading video. I'm like, what's going on? So I have to go back to the source of what they are reacting to actually understand, because I want to talk about it and I want to hear myself before I come out here to talk about it. And I could not believe my ears. What this lady, she's a young woman, pregnant for the third time, for her to use those kinds of very vulgar, very disrespectful words towards somebody else's husband, it spoke volumes how this person lives at home with her own husband. Because if you do have respect for your own husband at home, you will find it difficult to speak to other people like that or somebody else's husband like that. But before then, let me go back to the person that actually brought this to the reactor and asked her to play the voice notes. What have you now achieved? Because these have gone viral. Even though they decide to withdraw that voice note or whatever, it's in most people's channels now. It has caused, I think, looking at it, has caused more problem than eyes can see. It has not helped in any way. How can anybody say that they brought things like this out in social media to help the family? I'm struggling to believe that. Make it make sense to me, because it doesn't make sense to me. However, it's done. And I'm glad that the reactor said that she's not going to play more, that there's more voice note, but she's not going to play more. Thank God for that. I think we've had enough. What the ones played already is mind-blowing. This lady, you are pregnant. This is the time for you to just thank God, be prayerful, have peace with yourself so that the baby inside you will be growing well. Even if anybody does anything to you, just forgive them and be happy. But no, this is the time you chose to come and do this kind of thing. Well, we did not hear from the other end. So as I say, I'm not here to blame her, but from what we heard, it's not very good in the ears. That's why I'm mentioning it. But we did not hear the other side of it. We don't know what was said before she said whatever she said. But whatever it is, those words should not have been used to somebody's husband. That was so demeaning and so disrespectful and so vulgar. It should not have been used. Now, let me come to the husband of the ladies involved, our cousins. So their husbands got involved. When did men stop being men? When did men start behaving like, I won't even say boys, just babies or primary school children. Yeah, boys, young boys. Initially, it was one of the men that phoned the other one and saying that my wife told me that your wife has started again, that she shared something about me on social media, and what they shared, I'm not going to go into that. You can, if you don't know about this, you can go to their channels and listen yourself. But what I want to bring out from this discussion or not discussion, was an altercation between these two men, was the fact that the man that was giving the other person a mouthful, and my wife told me that, and the other man said, what was the video about? What shocked me was his response. I don't know. My wife just told me. So you don't know. You did not even watch it. If you are mad enough, now, men, please be a man and in your own homes. The Bible said, it's made it very clear. The man should be the head of the home. It does not matter. Some people are saying, oh, this person is a breadwinner because he's not the breadwinner or whatever it is. I don't care. The man is the head of the home and should have some respect for himself, and the wife should have some respect for her husband. So when you called your co-in-law, you said that you don't know, that your wife just told you, that was not good. That was not man enough. I'm using this as an example. There are many men like this. They just want to jump into their wife's issues without even knowing the ins and outs of it. That does not show you love your wife. That's not a sign of love. It shows that you are a weakling, that you are a push around. Men should not be getting involved in women's fight because you don't know where it will end. Both of you are in-laws. As the other one said, we are both in-laws in that family. You don't know. In as much as your wives may have told you, you don't know the root cause of this problem because you did not grow up with them. What is the root cause of this problem? Why are you getting involved in that way? Yes, they're your wives. Of course, you have to support your wife, but within reason. It's not when your wife is doing something that is not good, you want to support her, or even vice versa, or your husband is doing something that is not good, you want to support him or her because they are your husband. That is not very clever. The two men, I'm sure you're regretting everything now because the voice notes, when it started, the first man that spoke, it was like, giving it back and talking and talking. And then When the voice note was, played further, we can see that the other man, maybe he's had enough now. So he started giving it back to the other man and said things that shouldn't be said. And the man that called him first, what he said regarding the mother-in-law, that is the other man's, in-law, mother-in-law, was horrible. It's something that you don't even want to repeat. My main concern about all this is that both of them have young children who are going to grow up tomorrow. Even if you delete these videos, it may still come up. The people have saved it. People who knew will even start talking about it to these children, innocent children who do not know what you are talking about. Have you considered how this can affect these children? Because sometimes when you're doing videos, younger others, your children are in the background. Sometimes they can hear. These children are so clever, they understand. Do you consider what you say because your children are listening? Do you actually have the interest of these children at heart when you do things like this? Think about this. So, things to learn from this video. That's what I want to talk about today, is mainly things to learn, because the deed is done. The voice notes are all over the place on the internet. So, for others, and even for this family, if they will hear, because I understood that after the last big problem that they had 3 hours of family discussion to sort the problem out, but obviously the 3 hours discussion did not do much. So it's now up to them to decide the way forward. If you don't want to relate as siblings or as relations anymore, as cousins anymore, so be it, but have peace with each other. Don't talk. Think before you talk. That's one lesson to learn. Another lesson to learn is to bridle your tongue. When you're so upset, maybe calm down, sit down, think about things before you talk. Bridle your tongue. And for the men should be men. Don't get involved in things like this. The only way you can get involved actually is to sit your wife down and say, no, let me go and watch that video and see what she said. Oh, okay, she's just congratulating you. Maybe, okay, if you don't like it, that's okay. I will suggest that you will call mom and say to her, to tell her to maybe take the video down, or just to find a way of pacifying your wife. Not when your wife is, you are even worse. It does not help. 2 people like that cannot function as husband and wife. One person should be able to calm the other person down. You have to complement each other in a good way. But I did not see that happen, unfortunately. So please, let men be men. Don't get yourself involved in situations like this in that fashion. Only get yourself involved by sitting down with your spouses, talk things over. If they have respect for you, they will listen to you. I'm not talking about somebody who has been married for so many years. When I was in your stage of marriage, maybe I may be like that. I may come and say to my husband, oh, I'm not happy about this, and this person did this. My husband, the way he will talk to me about it will make me not even to talk about that thing again. Because I respect him, because I know that peace is more important than anything else. When there was no social media, what did we do? I'm going to stop this. This video is now longer than my normal videos, but please take it like that, and please try and watch this video to the end. It's an encouragement type of video and advice so that we can learn from this, every one of us. When I look at this, I call them children because yes, they are all maybe in their 30s. They're all children to me because that's the age of my own children. They're all old. As we get older, let us be wiser. Let us think before we talk. I'm going to stop this video here. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye and God bless.